Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read, and we're going to get right to it. We have the Sun today with the 19th of July, 2019. The 19 is all about the masculine energy, the Sun, the power, the energy, the life force. The masculine energy, exposing all. The day adds up to the 38. Yesterday was the King of Cups, today is the Queen of Cups, the 3811. So all about that very feminine, intuitive, kind, nurturing energy, which is a lot about the Divine Feminine's energy today. So with Mercury retrograde energies, I was definitely feeling a lot of fear in my tummy today. Definitely on both the masculine and the feminine's part, so it's going between them. All right, so they're funneling their fears to each other, their anxieties about coming together, about whether or not the love is still there, whether or not you still have feelings for each other, all that stuff, you know, you keep questioning and turning over and over in your mind. I love my Divine Masculine, always and forever. But as we get into the read, it is Friday. And I was getting it was important that 2 nights have passed since July 17th. Feeling frazzled, fear of the unknown, fear of being unable to keep up with what you need to do or what the expectations will be for you on the other person's half. All of those kind of fears were coming up, and we'll get into more as the read goes on. I woke up the minute before the hour again this morning, so it's 8:59. 59 is the 5 of Swords, which is that, it's that fear energy. The war within is always the war without. And I can't remember if that was actually upright or reversed. It really didn't come up as significant today. Actually, just give me 1 second. I want to check out 2 cards. Of course, when I'm looking for a card, I can never see it. But that's okay. I'll come across it when I'm looking at the cards for you. And yesterday when I did the read, for those of you who didn't watch the other video, I did find the Queen of Pentacles. She was actually here on the masculine. Oh, you can't see it, but the masculine's right here. He's actually the 4 of Pentacles today, and the Queen of Cups was hiding behind one of the cards on the masculine yesterday, the Queen of Cups. And that could have been, I said that the Queen of Pentacles in the recent past yesterday, like suddenly disappeared or magically disappeared. So that could have been, reiterating that as well. And it doesn't have to be the feminine, it can be, but it can also be a karmic. So, let's see here. When I was outside today, both the front and the back, the bees were coming right up to me, which isn't usual. Yeah. Also thinking about home repairs today, that's coming up. So the anxiety of not having paid attention to the 3D world and the things that you still need to take care of are coming up. So paperwork as well, housework, legal work, all of that kind of thing. Trusting people when you hire people. If you've had experience of having people not do good work on your house when you hire them and charging too much money, it's very hard. You have anxiety about finding someone because how do you know who to trust? So that's coming up to, someone who'll get the job right, a reasonable price, with a perfectionist attitude and creative, but reasonable, right? Trustworthy. So that was coming up. And then impatience also. And remember, when you're confused and you don't know the answer, that means to go back and center yourself again, to wait. It's not a time to make a decision. Don't ever force yourself into a decision because you're confused. Come back to the sweet spot. Okay, so stress, fear, impatience, what else? I'm worried about how long things will take, so let go of the time issues. And the masculine's read was done, I started the cut was done at 10:01 to 10:02, and then it was finalized at 10:19 to 20, which is still the 1 and the 2. And very much about the masculine and the feminine today. And in the date today as well, the 19 is the masculine, the 38 is the Queen of Cups, the feminine. So we have the 1 and the 2 of the Magician and the High Priestess, and the 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and then the 19 and the 20, which is the Sun and the Judgment card, which is also feminine energy. It's the God force behind that too of the High Priestess, okay, the Judgment. So the High Priestess is quiet, and I'm just getting now that the Judgment is when the High Priestess comes out and says her truth. The things that she's been keeping to herself, her knowing. The major arcana today were the Tower, Abundance, which is like the High Priestess, and the Strength card. There were 3 swords, 2 pentacles, 2 cups, and 1 wand. So not a whole lot of physical activity as far as exercise and, you know, really putting that energy out there. But it is a little weighty on the sword side, so that is definitely that anxiety and fear coming up. Not getting chest pressure, that's not what it is. It's definitely, you know, nervousness, nervous anxiety, you know, flutters, you know, just that fear feeling. The only court card that came up in the main part of the read was the Queen of Swords. She was the center card today, so it's all about the Queen of Swords. The 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups both came up, both upright, which was really positive. There was a lot of positive energy in this read, and I'll tell you that more about that in a minute as well. Before the read, there was the Knight of Swords, then the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, which are... Where did I put my pointer? I don't know where I put it, by my pen. So the cards over here, this is the Knight of Orbs, this is the Master of Crystals, or the King of Pentacles, and then this is the Knight of Pentacles. And the one on top is the 3 of Swords, or 3 of Orbs. So those 2 of those cards under there are 2 Knights and then the King of Pentacles. But the King of Pentacles comes up reversed in this read. The Knights are all upright, so the movement is great. Even though it doesn't have to be like heavy physical working out type movement, I wasn't getting that really passionate. It's more intellectual or practical movement today. There were, let's see, the code line was all about personal growth, perseverance, and completion. The code line number was number 20 again, so the time finished on the 20 for the read. It was actually 19, 20, 21, 22 as well, so all those numbers were coming up. But the 20 is the code line of the read. It's 2, 9, and 9, 20. We also had the numbers 22, 44, 99, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 29, 49, 48, 23, 34, 89, and the 4-digit number 3221. And 221, of course, has the 22 and 21 in it again. And the being all about personal growth and the perseverance and completion was a couple different interpretations, but the mother is definitely coming up here because Ma came up, as well as Mad, so it might be Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, which I didn't get in the read. I was just getting that now. Also the 9 of Crystals, so the sovereign, the independent, powerful, that single person with everything they need, all the money that they want, all the beauty around them, and they're happy with themselves, okay? So that's very much coming up. So it could be a mother after a death. Also, I was getting Tootie from, is it Facts of Life? I was getting Tootie coming up, so someone might be fluffing as well, a little Tootie. And fluffing came up yesterday because the meaning of the word yesterday was also, you know, pudgy, but fluffy was another word. So fluff, and so someone might be fluffing, so Tootie might be a kid's way of saying they're farting. So a mother after death, and then the Tootie sovereign. So someone might be calling them hoity-toity as well. And then the Hermit. And the Hermit going through personal growth. Perseverance, don't let go, keep persevering, personal growth, completion for the masculine. But this is also for the feminine. You're coming into your balance between your masculine and feminine, okay? Also a mad mother to the nth degree, having temper tantrums, or Pi is also coming up, 2T, 2 T's, Pi. Pi is centering, you know, recenter yourself, rebalance your masculine and feminine, keep coming back to Pi, to center. But a mad mother to the nth degree, having a temper tantrum about a single hermit, the wise one, or the collective consciousness. I was also getting this mad mother calling someone a twat, okay? Also that 2 hermits surround cry stalls. So this could be this mother in between the 2 hermits, the masculine and the feminine, the wedge between the hermits. Also, I was getting the 8, A-T-E, being interpreted again as that 8, the dance of the masculine and feminine, A-T-E, 8. Oh, and I didn't realize this too. It takes, I was just playing with the letters because they came up for something personal for me about my twin flame friends, and our initials actually create the word 8, A-T-E, which is the 8. So that was coming up a personal message for me. But then I was getting, it takes 3 to create 8. The dance between the masculine and the feminine, because you always need that expansion energy, that third, you know, when there's two friends together, for an example, and they're not agreeing on something, you need that third person to break, you know, to break the tie, or literally break the tie. You get it? All right, but it takes 3 to create 8. I'm trying to think for Cree. So Cree is coming up too because it's a separate word, 8. But 3-8, we're talking about 3 and 8, and today's 38. So that's coming up again. The 11, the justice. Justice is truth and balance, but justice is happiness. It's not being right. That's ego. So you need a third to break the tie when 2 disagree. And then I was also getting Ahmad, the name Ahmad, as well as a maid. So some of you may be wanting to get a maid or need to get a maid and been vacillating about it, but just go ahead and do it. Don't expect your masculine or your feminine to clean up after you. Whatever you need, do it for yourself. You don't need to wait for them to do it. And I'm turning that on myself as well, because all of us, you know, will kind of wait sometimes for things. 3 of orbs starts the read. The high priestess reaping rewards of sudden events and epiphanies in the heartbreak and separation, healing and forgiving. The messenger of truth, King of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. 2 knights and a king who's greedy. Or the King of Pentacles is actually coming up as Ma. She is the one who wears the pants, but she's greedy. It can be ungrounded too, but I have a feeling in most cases it's going to be the greedy mother. Okay, with 2 boys is one of the situations, or it could be a father and their 2 sons, but definitely getting boys there. Also is getting, could be secret plans of a 3-way split, possibly splitting away from a mom and dad for the masculine if it applies, because not all the masculines have a mother and a father still alive. But the King of Pentacles, mother and 2 knights, him and father or brother, or that the masculine, you, become your mother in dealing with a sister and a brother. So there's some different scenarios there. And the Empress is coming up reversed, a hard reverse today. So there's 2 different scenarios. One means that she could be ill, could be a sick mom or someone who's in the hospital. Definitely heart attacks coming up today. But it also can be the out of control bitch, you know, the mother who's unreasonable, the boss who's unreasonable, the control freak, all of those kind of energies, you know, just a bad person in general as well. Could be someone as well who miscarried or had an abortion, but I really wasn't getting those 2 things today. Okay? So some lies and split behind the devil, a lot of BS. The frame of his business, the doorway, is lined in her energy. So if any of the masculines are working for a mother or a boss, a woman, an older woman, at their work, or it's their own business, I was definitely getting one of their doors, or just basically the entrance to the business, because it's owned by someone else, it's lined in their energy. The gift with conditions, or mold closing in, or lead walls blocking energies, fillings as well. And that came up yesterday, tooth fillings, that they may block your connection. If doorway of green door is dark and weak or soft, then what good is the door, the green door, if the support for it crumbles? If it's clean and pretty on the outside, but with poor foundation or insufficient support below, the beauty won't last, but built with love and care, patiently, with upkeep, will last a lifetime naturally. If you build a foundation with one that doesn't quite fit, the stress and strain will prove the end of it. Love should be effortless and inspired, even when you're exhausted and so tired. It just is. Fear is exhausting and no way to live. Let go, let God, or let love wash it away. The Divine Masculine's work, or the workplace, is aligning with dark energies, eating away his profits like paying the mafia just to stay open, paying your protector to protect you from them. Okay, so that's a catch-22 type of thing, right? You have to pay the protector to protect you from the protector. Okay, and that's definitely mother and father, right? So that's a wound that needs to be cleared. 1124 is Justice and the Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands is reversed today. You can see her down there right in front of you. Her definitely getting one of the scenarios, Queen of Wands, and the Empress reversed is karmic and their mother, okay? It can be the Divine Masculine sister and his mother as well. Divine Masculine inspired to clean up the workplace, invest in the beauty of it, the creativity, making sure it's safe in energies, structure, and mold, awake to a big head, and heal, but it could be healing, but also having been a heal of the Empress reversed, getting a scoop of her own medicine. Instead of a taste, it's a scoop. Forgiveness is the fragrance the violet sheds on the heel that crushed it. Mark Twain. There must be a lot of floral coming up. Green boots, lucky leprechaun no longer rubbing off on the Empress reversed at work. She's been taken down for another stepping above her due to radiation, or just radiating, of energy. A more positive vibe, clearing the area. The High Priestess saving, really blowing his mind, or blowing his cover. The King of Pentacles reversed, ungrounded, or with loss of money and or status, with the Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles breaking his heart, but now healing as the Empress reversed, or King of Pentacles reversed, which can be the same person, situation at work. So it could be a mother and a brother, or mother-in-law and brother-in-law, and vice versa. So there definitely could be a three-way partnership here that needs to split. Lies about the environment and correcting all that. So Scorpio upright, Pisces upright, Taurus reversed, Capricorn upright and reversed, and Aquarius reversed were all in this first section that I just read. At 11:46, where I just stopped, it was Justice, and the 46 is the Six of Cups, the kids in the garden. The mowers started outside with the noise, making noise around you. Okay, and that's about the environment as well. Before I go on, I'll tell you all of the court cards and the signs, which direction they were. Like I said, all of the knights were upright today. The pages were all reversed except for the Page of Wands. Of the queens, the only one that was reversed was that Queen of Wands, so the queens were good today. And of the kings, the King of Cups and King of Pentacles were reversed, the other two upright. Okay, so the Emperor was upright today, the Empress reversed. However, the Emperor comes up reversed also in the beginning from another deck. So next to an Empress reversed, where the Emperor is reversed, it could definitely be a hospital situation it can be the masculine, whoever he's married to or with, the karmic or his twin, whoever he's with, or it could be the parents of one or the other, where they're both reversed because someone had a heart attack or is getting at least a double bypass for someone. And I was actually getting for both parents. I don't know if they're hospitalized at the same time, but they both had double bypasses for their hearts because of the way they lived. Definitely wounded warrior energy around that and family coming in. But that's just one scenario, and I'll get to that in a minute. But for the most part, the Emperor was upright in the end. The Empress reversed. Okay, so if it's illness, it's one thing, and that makes sense that the Emperor would be reversed first and then upright after the surgery. But for all the other reasons, he's upright and she's not, because she's not being nice here. Only the Ace of Swords was reversed today, so we had 3 aces upright, which is great. And the Ace of Swords can definitely be cutting through the crap, so that's good too. 10 of Swords reversed and 10 of Wands were both reversed, which is the end of it, the worst of it. And then all of the 9s were upright, all right? So 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, but also the Wounded Warrior and the 9 of Swords, the Purging, were upright as well. So it's what's the phrase? Bittersweet. I was thinking sweet and sour, and I'm like, what's the phrase? Okay. So of the signs, I'm going to tell you first all the signs that were both upright and reversed, which means there's 2 of them, 2 Capricorn, for example, or it's 1 Capricorn showing their negative and positive aspects. So the ones that had both directions were Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Virgo. So you see how the energy's all over the place, because most of them were upright and reversed. And even Pisces was really upright, but the Page of Cups was reversed, so the child might be out of sorts. Libra was very upright, Scorpio very upright, and Pisces very upright for the most part, except for the Page. All of them up and down except for Gemini was also very upright. Okay, so I had no one who was just reversed. So there's actually a lot of frazzled energy because nobody really knows which way to go, or they're feeling that nervousness, so they can't make a decision today. But even though it's back and forth, there's no one who's just negative, which is great today. And there is a lot of positive energies. The 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands were all upright, so all the home environments were really good. And don't forget, the 10 of Cups upright can be the sham fam as well. You know, can look good on the outside, but not on the in. So the Divine Masculine may be... Okay, well, I got that part already. So again, the King of Pentacles reversed, ungrounded, or with loss of money or status, and that could be the Empress reversed as well. The Empress reversed can also be the Queen of Wands reversed, or they could all be separate people, okay? So with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles breaking his heart, but now healing, the Empress reversed and the King of Pentacles reversed situation at work. So that could definitely be him with a brother and father, or partner and father, or father-in-law, however it works for you. And lies about the environment and correcting all that. And the environment with the mowers, so it's saying that noise environment is a problem as well. Defenseless to energies and attacks, overworking without focus, or what you are doing isn't working. And it can be in a relationship as well. The Knight of Cups takes the lead as the King of Pentacles reversed leaves for streetcar named Desire, getting a leg up at work. And then I was getting SP, but I was getting more, it's PS, and horseshoes were coming up, so Horseshoe Bay could come up in Bermuda as well. So if anything comes up for you guys for S and P, let me know. But P came up first for Pi, but an S kind of came up there too for PS. That's why I got the P first, but it was actually in the order of S and then P. Oh, I was just getting standard pressed steel. I don't know why, but that's coming up. There's actually a standard pressed steel near me, but that was coming up, which is weird. And there's a lot of anxiety, stress. I don't know if someone had an accident, someone got hurt at standard pressed steel, you know, because I don't know if somebody got something cut off. Bracing. I also saw bracing a right calf to heal. So someone wearing, you know how kids get their legs braced when they're trying to correct the alignment? I'm seeing that, but not necessarily on a kid, but it can be. It also can be someone whose growth was stunted in their legs, so their legs are kind of shorter than their body, or they're just wearing a brace on their right calf to heal with winged support and comfort. Frazzled at work, trying to get things organized, spending a lot of money to fix it up, coming over with love to fix the wood, may cost a little, but absolutely worth it. So that, you know, take it as it comes to you. The Knight of Swords, harsh, pulling out hairs, splitting them, or cooking a rabbit. Gladiators preparing for the performance of their lives. The Knight in shining armor, a huge role to play. So that can be that the Knight in shining armor is a huge role to play, or the Knight in shining armor actually has a real role to play, whether it's acting or something else in their life. But it's also talking about him playing the role of Knight in shining armor, coming in for the Divine Feminine. There's still a lot of stress coming in, you guys, so make sure you guys take deep breaths as we go, okay? A reunion with the Dark Knight and reaping karmic rewards to cleanse self like cleansing business to start fresh with new love and huge dessert. Just desserts. Dreaming of reunion with new love. Food on the floor and no one cares. We'll get to it when we get to it. When recovering and feel up to it. No more black cat in the way, or dark or black lights, dungeons or sex tapes, porn or sterile environment. Needing to be perfect all the time, never able to relax and be him. So all that stuff is coming up. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about it. Creativity came up, which is number 3. 3 is the Empress, so being creative with the Empress. And then parenting was underneath that, 63, and that's where the stress comes in, because that's 63 is the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords upright has to do with stress, crying, up nights because of parenting, and that the then being creative on top might bring in the Empress to help you, but now she's pissed because she's dealing with kids. So Confidence in parenting comes up for the masculine. It was yellow, yellow, yellow. So it's just be happy, have confidence, use your bright light in parenting, and be happy. Confidence in parenting, happiness. Indecision or poor judgment in starting over in love and not having grounded and integrated first in the past, but taught him a lesson and now clear on how to get information, or enough anyway to make a decision, to spend some of his time, some of his treasure, but it's about meditating and connecting or being out in nature, but also he's coming up with spending some of his treasure or his money to spy and get more information, or found out that dysfunctional family were acting like little kids or are kids, spying and lying and spreading rumors and talking out of their butts, or giving you the silent treatment. Or that is you, a product of that family, cross our hearts and swear to die, pinky swears to the death. All right? A needle in your eye, you remember all that. A promise a child made, not an adult. So masculines, if you made a promise as a child, you're taking it seriously, but you were a child when you made it. You're no longer that child, you're an adult. To live or die by the sword, or in other words, Divine Masculine's word. And that's 1221, so this is a big one. At 1221, 12 is the hangman, 21 is the world, completion. It's also the sealed Divine Feminine. So him needing to see a new perspective on this, okay? The family that you are a product of. Cross our hearts, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye, or swear to die. Pinky swears to the death. A promise a child made, not an adult, to live or die by the sword, or in other words, his word. So he's afraid to break his word because then he's no longer a man according to his family. Or blood brothers. All of that wounding needs to come up to be released. We turn the page at 1222. 12 again is the hangman. And the 22 is the fool, taking a leap of faith, seeing a new perspective, and allowing you to free yourself from any promises you've made ever, this life or past. A business promise, a marriage vow to fix your partner no matter how much it takes you down, down, down. You are, after all, the gladiator and must live up to that unrealistic family expectation. Lie, cheat, steal to keep up with a promise. Or bipolar, autistic, ADD, ADHD, high vibe issues, or child that is just like you, to show you how you got here to this place. You were the turtle, the slow one, who walked away from your family's wealth or abundance, only to find out you became just like them. And now you're no longer you. How you may have rebelled when they took away your car, and now you repeating the pattern with your own. A stubborn knight won't move until you light a fire beneath him, the fire being scarier than what you were fearful of in the first place. That was at 12:30. 12 is the hanging man, and the 30 is the Four of Wands, the union card, but it also can just be home, business, marriage issues. Okay, so when you're being stubborn and you can't move, the only way to get you to move is by giving you something scarier than the reason why you're not moving in the first place. And that's why the divine timing comes in and God comes in and, kicks your butt. Or the mother kicks your butt. Immature words, or father. Immature words and thought. Defensive and cruel. And then Cruel de Vil came up. 101, right? That's two magician embodiments and the source energy between them, the third energy. But the 101 Dalmatians, Ma and her minions, the army of little robots to follow her every thought. Each a little different, yet all the same. She didn't differentiate. She just called them all the same. Here, boy, fetch. Do, scrub, clean, fix. No, you're not done yet. Slave and plantation owner, landlord, whoever bossed you around as a child. If you're never good enough, then you're always bad. That's how you got to be the bad, sad man behind blue eyes. The Page of Swords reversed, the Empress reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed, and that can be 3 generations, can be Divine Masculine as mother and child. Separated and healing for new love, self-love, spiritual love, and creativity. So before I go into recently, I'm going to show you around the board. The Divine Masculine is only one of two. There could be a situation. I'll get into that in a second. Let me show you the board first. All right. So we have the underlying energy of that Three of Orbs, or the Three of Swords, and that is reversed in this read. The recent past is that Ten of Orbs. You can't see, but it is reversed, so the worst is over with that. Okay. Then we have the the foundation here, which is the Tower, upright, very powerful, and it came up multiple times. Okay, you see that right next to each other. The one underneath here with the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Cups, and then also the one here on that Three of Orbs. Then we have the center of the reed, which is the Sage of Orbs, which is the Queen of Swords. And the challenge here is the Nine of Crystals. Okay, that's sovereign, Nine of Pentacles. Then the other underlying energies as we come across to what's crowning, and that is that Empress reversed, and you see the Emperor is reversed right next to her, and that's where all the hospitalization comes in, okay? Then we bridge over here to the Nine of Chalices. So you see the two nines are next to each other, both upright. Sovereign, so the feminine working on her manifestations, the masculine working on his emotional immaturity issues, okay? So both having their job to work on. Then the masculine sees himself as his own heart. The Four of Crystals for me is the Divine Masculine's heart, the Batcave. It's also the Four of Pentacles. We have the Romance Angel cards there, and around the masculine is the Two of Cups, which is upright. The lovers are upright as well, and you see that the Ace of Cups is right there between them. Then we have the Strength card, which was reversed today. You see that tiger? So it's, for me, that's Sagittarius and Leo today. And then we get into the end of the read with the numerology cards, and then the two flames at the end there. Above that is the Eight of Cups, Batman walking away. And then there is the Four of Cups, wishing upon a star, grounding and integrating, mastering, and then it ends on the King of Swords, upright, and then you'll see him again up here, upright, all right, but it ends on the Fool, free, which is really beautiful, and then the rest of the cards, okay, as they go up, you see the lovers up there, and the inspiration, okay? So go back to the read. See if I can get that up more for you so you can see more of the cards. Okay. So recently, the worst is over for the Queen of Cups, receiving new love or self-love, or you're ready to offer her love as family cycles turning over, defenseless but no longer caring, or no longer care as the Emperor or for an Emperor, the Justice rings. All right, so there the Emperor can be the masculine, but it also doesn't have to be. We have the Justice card right next to it, so there's Aries and Libra right there. So it could be that both are the masculine, or he's with a father or freeing himself from this Emperor, okay, or the justice system as well. So family cycles turning over, defenseless but no longer care, as Emperor or for Emperor, Justice rings. Free as a fool from control to create positive patterns with 2 gold coins in a balanced dance. Now offering his big gold coin to the intuitive lady, but she doesn't know it's coming. Offering his gold coin from the front, but covering the back as well with love if she tries to walk away. Now this could be the feminine, but not for everyone. It could be, even if the masculine left a relationship, there could have been someone he always wanted to go back to, but never could because he was married before he met the twin. So it might have been someone he gets rejected by, because that's the dynamic. He has to be rejected in order to, you know, have the karma back from the rejection of the feminine. That's how the energies work. So it could have been someone he was thinking of, and then gets rejected by them, finding out, going to this person, that there's actually 2 people pursuing her, or that she's already married and gets rejected. Or it can actually be the twin. But there's another dynamic here for the twin, so don't give up yet here. Or the Divine Masculine is only, like I said, only one of 2 offers the Queen of Cups is receiving, and were you the Pentacle, the King of Pentacles, or an emperor offering her love. So it's like the masculine would be offering the money and the manifestation, as opposed to somebody else then offering her true love, and that could be an emperor. Actually, it could be somebody related to him as well, coming up the back. So there could be some betrayal there within the family as well. Like I said, it's Libra versus Aries, or it's just the masculine versus himself. All right. So it doesn't have to be that situation. It can be just the masculine coming in to offer the feminine a new life and backing it up with love as well. But maybe, you know, not coming in with the whole thing at first, so he has a backup plan. Do you understand? So at 12:43, which is the Hangman and the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups was upright today, the foundation is the Tower at full power, as all the synchronicities knock the Queen of Wands and her black cat for a loop. Centrally is the Queen of Swords, or Sage of Orbs, destined to come out wherever you are, destiny of mental illness and autism, rays. I was getting rays from Ray Man. So Ray was triggering the autism, but also Ray nodes was coming up, or a need for radiation, or ill due to overexposure, or jaundiced, or burnt, or gray, too many grays. All right, so there's different issues coming up, whether it has to do with the masculine or someone in his family that he feels destined to this because it runs in his family. Okay, so again, here's the legacy, or the lineage of the family, causing him not to be true to himself. Or a crazy old man amidst Libra and Leo, or Virgo, coming out destined to shine, destined to come clean about sexual third energy and passion for coming clean, or sneakiness and half-truths between Libra, Virgo, and Leo here. And that was at 101, so the 101 Dalmatians comes up again with Cruella de Vil. The Empress reverse can be Cruella de Vil, or it could be the Queen of Wands reversed as well, or they can be a mother-daughter team. It can be the mother, it can be the karmic with the mother of the Divine Masculine as well. So, or they're two separate people, or they're the same. The Queen of Wands reversed can be the Empress reversed, but definitely out of control for both of them. All right, so as we turn the page, it's 102. 1 is the Magician, 2 is the High Priestess. Sharing with wounded warrior Peter Pan, blurting it all out passionately about social life and family, or socialites, covens, Wiccans, or just partiers and superficial snobs, only like their own kind, but Peter Pan is over it, done with guilt and loss, as messenger of truth comes in quickly with a new message or new messages, or knight in shining armor rushes in to help the Queen of Swords feel better, so she can let go now. All right, and that could be anyone, you know, it could be a karmic, it could be the Divine Feminine, it could be someone who's ill, who's dying, and they're letting them know it's okay to go. The Libra and Leo had been using the Hermit's energy to fuel their family's happiness, and this is being realized now, or coming out. The challenge being the Nine of Pentacles, Sovereign, the lover, and how the Divine Masculine ghosted her. And that can also be the Divine Feminine or the karmic, or someone else if he wasn't married anymore and seeing a girlfriend. Dropping all responsibilities, not wanting to learn or do, quote unquote, the work, just pretended to be over it no matter what messenger of truth said or announced, coming off as an opportunist. So that could be the masculine or the feminine in their perspective. The High Priestess didn't judge the lover, which he considered poor judgment on her part, a pansy or phony opportunist per his groupies, or calling her a lazy idiot without opportunities or invitation or money, or challenged by secretly deliberating sovereign lover. So he may have had somebody else he wanted to if he broke up with whoever he was with now. All right, so that's all coming up for the masculine. Or changed or charged by a partner princess or daughter princess who's all about her. I'm trying to think why I wrote that word, charged. Charged. Or it has to do with the sovereignty, okay? Because the challenge is that Nine of Pentacles. So it's definitely a partner princess, so it could be a karmic, or a daughter princess who's all about them. Her money's hers, and your money's hers. used just for sex and or money. So it's the masculine coming up as being used for just sex or money, or vice versa. Kind of a pay-for-service arrangement, but no real love. And we know there's other words for that. The harsh truth is coming up, all the different things the masculine could be going through. And keep in mind, there's a lot of you out there, so all of these are not going to apply to you. We have dominatrix mother or partner who abuses him, or he abuses self with addiction, whether drugs, alcohol, porn, S&M, depression, overspending, just drama, work, overworking, workaholic, or speed junkie, a death wish, rehab, mass unit, hospitalization, all of that stuff coming up, death wish of sorts, impatient to have his every wish served to him on a silver platter, or make that not silver but gold. Okay, so that could be the masculine or someone around him as well. The King of Wands always watching him, this Nine of Cups, as the King of Swords means business at work. All right, so there's 4 people here. It could be that the Empress reversed lies or doesn't take any crap at work. This is all the business. Dominating 4 at work, and it doesn't have to be 4 people, it can be less, it can be more as well. But 4 people were coming up. Sagittarius angel who's impatient or has addictions. A drinker who's arrogant and always gets their way or wish. The King of Wands who's controlling and always looking over everyone's shoulder. The Man of Passion. And then the King of Swords, about looking head on, truthful, but all business or protection. But where is the love? Okay, so that's coming in again. While all this at work, sovereign challenge, home free and luxury, putzing around the house, deliberating what to do next or buy. So this could be him referencing the karmic or the divine feminine. Assuming that they're lazy and they do whatever they want. Poor discipline with the kids, lets them do whatever they want. And again, that could be his view on the karmic and or the divine feminine. Now crowning is the Empress reversed with no open arms. So the Empress reversed coming up again. That was confirmation on the importance. Impotence was coming out of my mouth. I don't know why, but that needs to come up. So the Empress is reversed. Oh, it's because the Empress reversed caused impotence in the masculine. All right, and not necessarily literally, but figuratively. Okay, that she caused his impotence by the way she treated him growing up. No open arms and no abundant attitude. Healing from a fork, and fork came up yesterday too in the road. So that was important because that's like the devil's pitchfork. So this Empress reverse with no open arms, no abundant attitude, healing from a fork in the road or bypass surgery, double or double times 2. The wounded warrior, Emperor reversed, not the Empress, but the Emperor reversed coming up here, out of control, or Emperor and Empress both healing from the other's death or surgery. So they both could be in the hospital at the same time, or just one is, they're both reversed because one's sick and healing from the surgery, and then the other ones were worried, so they're reversed as well. Or the Emperor is not giving up, sat next to the Empress reversed, coming together with kids, or the Queen of Cups longing to be with him, the Emperor, while he's at the Empress's side, who's always been, could be someone who's always been nasty to him, and that's why he's with the Queen of Cups, but now he's coming back to make amends with the wife, or the, you know, the mother of the divine masculine, or karmic, or kids. Or the Empress reversed is out of control, partying too much, or too many social activities as a socialite, with the Queen of Cups, who was talking behind her back, but acting all loving and supportive, like she's her best friend. The Emperor reversed, surviving gossip that the Empress reversed, as I lose my voice, probably started, okay? So the Emperor had to survive the gossip that the Empress reversed, who he's now doting over because she's in the hospital, probably started the gossip. Or the one in surgery, the Emperor reversed or the Empress reversed, or both, 2 double bypasses, walking or waking up in different dimensions. So that's interesting too. So coming out of their surgery, and that's where the shift occurs, the near-death experience. So that was at 136, the Magician, and the 36 is the 10 of Wands. carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders. 10 of Wands is just carrying those burdens just one more step longer. The Emperor reversed, the Empress reversed, or both. Double bypasses, waking up in different dimensions, near-death experiences. So maybe for us twin, this is both happening to them at the same time, whether it's surgically or it's just the heartbreak. You know, there's one last heartbreak that just kills you both at the same time, and then you wake up and you've shifted. Family or friends gather around as the King of Cups reversed awakens, and that can be the awakening of the Emperor reversed, either from a surgery or from being next to the Empress reversed. But he's all of a sudden, because of her illness, now awakens to something he didn't realize before, or the Empress reversed awakens to the King of Cups reversed, crying but never gave up, or emotionally detached as usual and will never change. Okay, so there's a couple different situations here. So here is where, you know, near-death experiences, there's wake-up calls for everyone involved. So whether they realize the wake-up or not is always their choice. So some will never change. And there also is that situation where this Emperor reverse coming into the Empress reverse may have come with the Queen of Cups reverse, which is his new wife or girlfriend, and coming to be with the kids at their mother's bedside. The Queen of Swords speaks about closure, or to the world, or to the sealed Divine Feminine, the 144. To the Divine Feminines, you are the one with DNA. You are the one of the 144 with the DNA strands, or number 4, which in other words is wisdom, because it's like the hangman in each hand. Okay, it's also like the Emperor of having control over your domain. But you are the one with the DNA or wisdom or Emperor, the control in each hand, the left and the right, the balancing of the masculine and the feminine. You are the one who has mastered the grounding and integrating, the 8, the dance between the masculine and feminine, in order to get to the 1 unity. And the 8 plus 1 equals 9, compassion, the wisdom of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the collective consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the wise one, the hermit. The hermit stays home or wanders alone because they are happy, complete, and loving themselves without requiring anything outside themselves, living in their 5D heaven, bringing into our permanent reality that 5D heaven. You don't have to be still. There's much to enjoy. But no, there's nothing wrong with still. Still is ST, or saint or sweet, ill, ILL. Or in other words, sweet ill, ILL. I is the chakra system and the third eye, and 11 is the 2 of you. 1 chakra system and 2 humans. The Divine Masculine, impatient angel, and karmic not working, 1 impatient and 1 getting their own way or arrogant. Literally watching twin flame Divine Feminines speak their truth, could be masculines too, to the world, about magician embodiment and harvesting third energy from others, obsession and splitting hairs about sovereignty, of the King of Wands and King of Swords not playing nicely, hurting each other at work, even though the worst is now over. With hermit without flame and missing their flame, and that could be both hermits, connected always, loving, but still sad and crying or stressed and can't sleep, looking for the right words to express feeling of rejection, shyness, afraid of the dark, fantasizing, white or violet flowers or rose pink lilies, or Siberian, this specifically came up, Siberian iris, which was called on this flower site, classygroundcovers.com, Siberian iris, which is called Caesar's brother, which was perfect here. So this has to do with the brother issue with the masculine. And then in parentheses it said 25 bare root plants, okay? So this is plants that happen to you from the tree of your family. Bearing all roots, all of your wounds. The 25 is the Knight of Wands, passionately running from yourself instead of allowing those roots to come up to release them. They're plants. They've been planted in you by the dark energies so that you won't rise into your light. Especially this is true for the twins, because the dark doesn't want the twins to come together because their light is exponential. Siberian iris, don't forget that, Caesar's brother. It also was described as profuse, elegant royal, with white and yellow velvety throats, and black veining on tall stalks above a low mound of vibrant green foliage. Okay. It was also described as 36 to 42 inches tall. 36 is the 10 of Wands, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, and getting from there to the 42 of the 2 of Cups, together, connected with yourself, your twin flame. Seeing the violet and iris and white roses, synchronicities everywhere. Divine feminine obsessing over details and purging, and divine masculine missing flames. Where'd his light go? Trying to write how he longs for her, but just can't find the words. Soon for the masculine is the 9 of Cups. Wishes all come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. The happy, possibly arrogant one, with sovereign home doing whatever she wants, leading the way to their dreams. The 9 of Cups, deliberating, the Empress reversed, or sovereign. The Viking princess, or the High Priestess, the mother and daughter, all about money, or journey to his dreams. Does he want to be alone? The Knight of Cups, who was reversed in this read, could definitely be a father here, offers love and walks away to go within. The King of Cups reversed also can represent the masculine, being just like his father, detaching, emotionally detaching to offer passion, but not love, to the High Priestess, deliberating whether or not she still loves him or feels affection for him. So maybe he'll hold back the love and just offer passion until he really knows what she still feels for him. So with the Leo and or Sagittarius, it can be either one or both, he was thinking to himself, this is the masculine thinking to himself, he could, with that Leo or the karmic, could just walk away and detach or cry or manipulate. But offering third energy to sovereign High Priestess or giving to partner, where it wasn't just his to share, or a bad decision to give it all to the karmic sovereign and her mother, or his sister and mother, or a Viking princess who can't make a decision or never learns, offering his passions to all but himself. And now it's his turn to dream. Maybe the sun just went down. Sundowning is coming up as well. So someone's parent is getting Alzheimer's or something like that. It may be his father, the King of Cups reversed, Aquarius, walking away to offer love to Leo and or Sagittarius, Queen of Pentacles, devil person, or it could just be a Capricorn. And he had been afraid. The masculine seeing he didn't want to be like his father if his father walked away and had an affair with someone else. So it's bringing up that maybe his father, the King of Cups reversed Aquarius, walked away to offer love to a Leo, so that was a karmic, right, in the past. Or maybe he deemed her as the evil woman, right, that he left his mother for. The Queen of Pentacles, Leo, Sag, devil, or demon, or maybe she was just a Capricorn. And he had been afraid to align with him because how that looked to him, because he was supposed to then side with his mother, even though his father might have been correct, but as a child, you don't know which side to take, right, because it's your mother who takes care of you. Usually, or whichever parent is taking care of you. The Emperor and Emperor, healing the war. One or the other or both. One or the other or both, and this could be the Emperor and Empress I meant to write. Healing, and it could be Emperor, Emperor as well since it came up here. That's the way I wrote it. One or the other or both with big heads or egos, or awakening to detach from that which no longer serves them. Maybe your father offered sex to your partner, or a divine feminine to see what they do. Or the father likes to flirt with women. He likes spiritual girls, or likes to lose his religion to those with no responsibilities, or people who will take him untethered, just as he is, without obligation, faceless sex. So again here, even if they're accepting as he is, he's not providing love, all right? He's not loving himself, so no love again. And this is the masculine seeing this. That he's seeing that as just flaky girls. That's not commitment. That's not having intimacy with someone. And is that what the divine masculine wants too? What his father had. So now that he's not necessarily disagreeing with his father having left because he was doing what was right for him, is he really aligning to his father, or is he going to now be true to himself? The Divine Masculine is in his heart 4 crystals, crystal caves, warm in the bat cave, cooking in the kitchen, or kitschy, or sauna with crystals, bold move to share with Libra, or share about or in a divorce, or justice, truth and balance, or a Cancer shares with a Libra on a quest to offer a new life, the gold coin. Him thinking they should come to me like everyone else, especially if I am a master manifester, the feminine should come to me. But then the masculine realizing it's not the right thing to do. If you love someone, you have to tell them yourself by making the move. Paying off in court, in the fight to offer a new life, calling in their soulmate, also retreat came up, engagement, and the masculine has to make the effort. The gladiator must make the move to correct the imbalance in order to fulfill the quest, the impossible dream. Around him, or how he is seen, is the 2 cups, grounding the left, the divine feminine, to return to the past. Before the King of Wands darts in, waiting in the wings for the divine masculine to fail. So the feminine might have someone else, okay? Or that's you, the masculine, checking yourself. Check, check, check. Got my keys, got my wallet, no blood on my face, no toilet paper trail. Got my sovereignty and dressed the way I feel like, in my knowing that I love her and she loves me forever. Only one strand, I don't know why strand wants to come up here. Only love stands, only one strand, only love stands between us now, for the masculine and feminine. Clear blocks of strength and weakness, and Leo and or Sagittarius, sticky butt, where it doesn't belong, or thank God they left, but when will they show up again? So this is the fears of the divine masculine. Happy on his own, starting over in love, celebrating decisions together, and when talking or taking a walk to clear, the devil, Queen of Pentacles, will show up and wave to tempt him again. Or if he chooses to be single, offering casual love to weak fire signs at the bar, what will he do when the divine feminine shows up, expecting a wave, especially if that Leo or Sagittarius is still around? And that was at 243. 2 is the High Priestess, 43, the 3 of Cups. Or is that just, and don't forget, this is the blocks he needs to clear, so they're his fears. It doesn't mean it's true. It could just be, how your mind processes all the different scenarios. Or is that just his own ego, that his ego has a life of its own? Taming your own beast and not expecting women to do it for you by nagging or drama or tantrums or spending, etc. to get your attention, lighting that fire under your butt. You need to do it yourself. Completion, perseverance, personal growth, and even more so, moderation and compassion for the masculine. You need to show that you can control and be moderate. You need to show compassion for others, that you have a heart. The Tin Man. Leo reversed, or ego out of control, jealousy when you're not grounding, sudden jealousy with the divine feminine synchronicities everywhere, and her not judging her at home when they watch twin flame videos together. So this is the masculine, possibly and a karmic, watching whether it's the divine feminine or other twin flame videos, and seeing that they're not judging him while they're at home with the karmic still sharing their sexual energy with someone else. But that's the energy that's coming up here. While they're watching the feminine together, and yet there she is with them, in bed with them, the messenger of truth connecting with him in the 5D. The divine masculine may be worried the karmic will hurt him while sleeping, or thinking the twin will want revenge for all that he did to her. The twins without peace, both of them, stuck in their emotions due to thought patterns of fear, which then reflects back and forth between them. Love, fear, you can't be both. Holding on loosely, but not letting go. The fear of holding on loosely for the masculine. Walking away to go within, not to lowball or undercut or play the other or get sucked into deception or feelings not revealed when fantasizing about another woman perhaps. Starry night wishing on a star, the north node, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Having gone within and having hope again, the King of Swords in his truth, the dark night rises again. Putting others down, or others putting down their swords in his presence, the awe of his light, knowing his truth is all there is, makes them want to get some too. But impatience left behind, destitute, out of the cold, cutting out the BS before going forward, if the dark horse, humble servant, offers assistance, he'll be the happiest man ever. Or just waited for the court clerk to hand him the paperwork for his freedom, and he is ready to leap. The King of Swords at work, home in his truth, the dark night, messenger of truth, or this is coming up as the King of Swords at work and home in his truth. The dark night met with the Emperor to rise above. So in other words, his own ego death, or father or grandfather's death. All right, so if he saw himself like his father, that's literally his own ego death, right, if they pass away. The Knight of Wands is him going back, away from the Leo's big butt, out of control, with sham fam stuck in their way, or stuck in their ways. Riding into dream family, not expressing feelings or hours of love, or a heated exchange, or nasty feelings with each other. This family is not talking about a release from prison or release of a prisoner. The Page of Swords reversed and the Page of Cups reversed surround now the Hierophant, or brother, Taurus, or priest, or father or brother, regarding love lost between them. Lovers presently inspired. The Divine Feminine inspires him to be a better man-child. Okay, so that Hierophant with the Page of Swords reversed and Page of Cups reversed can be the masculine with his kids around him, but the kids aren't happy, or the kids are reversed because they have to guard the father or the grandfather who's losing their mind or got stuck babysitting with them, but they feel like they have to babysit him. The King of Swords death, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, which is that ultimate family, and the Page of Swords reversed, and the Lovers. In other words, he's rushing in before the kids or family spread lies or rumors about him. The workplace, Emperor weak, not expressing his commitment to himself. Home not sleeping, family ended and released. He's released, but feeling rejected, but inspired. All right, so it's like back and forth, the negative, but that inspires the positive. That's the thorn in the side, the third energy that needs to come in to expand you, to cause you to be inspired. And that's at 312. 3 is the Empress, and 12 is the Hangman again. So seeing new perspectives again. So the Divine Masculine may still need to get used to bringing himself back to center again and again and again. So he may not always be grounded, okay? He still might go into his King of Swords reversed. Even though he's King of Swords upright right here, he might slip back and reverting into his old ways. But then in centering himself, will ground himself again. It just takes practice like anything else and creating new patterns to replace the old ones. So I had gone for a jog, and there's a break here, the space between, regrounding. So that's telling you an example. Go out and take a walk or take a jog to ground yourself again. And then I came back, it was 4:04. Oh, I got to plug in, hold on. I always forget to re-plug in after I show you guys. Okay. So when I came back from my jog and started writing again, it was 4:04, which again is that 144. But now it's 4 and 4 of the DNA or the wisdom in each hand, but regrounding yourself and centering again. And it's so funny. All right, so you have the 0 between, which is that source energy embodied, right? So it's bringing yourself back to your third energy again. with the 4 and the 4 being the 2 wise ones or the hermits or the hanged men, okay? But when I looked at the 404, I just saw the colon and the 0, and it looks like Mr. Bill going, oh no! Okay, so it's pretty funny. I guess that's the comic relief for the 404 and the 144. The 3 of Swords reversed, healing suddenly. Between the King of Pentacles reversed, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine's heart and soul mate, twins or kids, well, the worst is over with the Queen of Swords challenged by independence and being happy on your own. With being weak sometimes, or with out of control Leo or Sagittarius, or weak Emperor reversed, a parent or grandparent, choosing the path or pissed off about the twin flames. And masculine knowing he's going to always have to deal with certain people triggering him, and he needs to learn how to balance and or walk away and within to ground and integrate with himself, the King of Swords, his rightness, his uprightness, his righteous ways, right? Not wanting to be a hypocrite, right? Being in his truth 1 minute and not the next. So there's sudden forgiveness and the worst is over with rumors and lies, immature kid or communication, stalking, spying, silent treatment, mean girls, an explosion of the Queen of Wands reversed about synchronicities, or epiphanies or activities or too many options, or an explosion, a sudden event, or having or seeing the crazy epiphanies and synchronicities thrown in her face, the Queen of Swords speaking her truth, challenged by independence, sovereignty, and empowered, and the Empress reversed, don't like it at all, or ill. Or the Divine Masculine is challenged by the Divine Feminine's independence, or a grown child of theirs independence, or suddenly mother and daughter are enraged about another mother and daughter bond and how they click. The Divine Masculine's heart is warm, but hiding happiness about his twin. Soulmates, twins, kids need the courage to choose the twin flame path. Walking away and within, grounding and integrating a love offer with the King of Swords, now in his truth. And free is what I was getting. Okay? So the masculine needs to, once he's in his truth, make the effort to come forward and stand in his truth, just like the Divine Feminine has stood in hers. That marks the masculine now balancing his masculine and coming into more of his feminine, okay? So he should be in his feminine when he comes forward. So I will pull a couple cards to summarize everything. It's 107. It was just 107.30. So the 1 of the Magician, the 7 of the Chariot, driving in, and the 30 of the home, or the union of the Divine Feminine. And now it was just 44 when I said that. 44 again, the 144 and the 107, the twins, and the Magician embodiment and their wisdom around it. And don't forget, that ends up being the Hermit, being the wise ones within. So take a deep breath. There's still that nervous energy, even though I'm not nervous. So there's definitely masculine fear or nervousness. It can be because someone's in the hospital or somebody just passed away. Not getting anyone young. I'm getting it's more apparent. It could be, but I'm getting parents right now. Definitely it would be the Empress. Could be an Emperor reversed as well. But I was getting it more the Empress who's ill or out of control. The Emperor's not so much in the read. He's just around the Empress reversed or in the sidebar, actually. So it wasn't much about the father today, just the reference of the King of Cups reversed as the father. And it's funny, the King of Pentacles reversed was coming up as the Empress, not the Emperor, and he's coming up as the softer one, the King of Cups reversed, who could have a drinking problem as well. And that could be the Divine Masculine parents or the Karmic's parents, right? Whoever he's dealing with at the moment and having to take care of. He's to take care of the Karmic's parents, and really might cost him as well. So, or someone, you know, with the sundowning, someone could be being put in the Alzheimer's facility as well, and they need to be assessed in the hospital unit first, okay, or the psychiatric ward. All right, guys, so it is July 19, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Okay. right, so I did this read this morning when I put all the cards out, and that's when the King of Swords was upright when he first got up. But now you see the fear that we're feeling, the anxiety is coming up in both of us. See the King and Queen of Swords both reversed, and I'm not seeing that as negative. It's just as that anxiety between you, right? Because it goes back and forth. It's the dance. But we also have the wands between them. You see that? How cool that is? The Eight of Wands and the Nine of Wands, both reversed. Because this is about not expressing your feelings, so of course you feel anxiety. And then this is about giving up, right? So the feminine giving up on the masculine then reflects in him not wanting to express his feelings to her. So when she doesn't give up on him, he still wants to express his feelings and come forward, and that flips them both upright. So this is confirming to you guys, don't give up, persevere. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. Surrender means relax and be happy with you. Meditate is connecting with your higher self, which is your masculine. So it's not about disconnecting from him, but it's about being true to yourself first. Okay? Not giving up, but finding your own happiness first, so you always are able to stand in your own truth. If you don't know what your truth is, how are you going to stand it when you come together with your twin? And that's all this means. And this is confirming that, which is amazing. So I love that that came out, actually. Okay, we have the Emperor. So there's lots of information there about the Emperor and his control. If you're not in your truth, if you're not in control of yourself, how are you going to stand up to someone like this? Okay? You need to be strong to stand in your truth. Strong like bull, I'm getting. Okay? And that's a message, I guess, for some of the masculines out there. You need to be strong like bull to stand up in your truth and not let people manipulate you into doing stuff for them. Even if it hurts their feelings and you think they won't like you afterwards, you need to stand in your truth no matter what. If they don't like you, then they need to go away. But if they like you as your authentic self, even if you hurt their feelings, they're going to come back because they're going to respect you for being in your truth. So don't forget that. And that goes both ways for the masculine and the feminine. And then we have the world reversed. All right? There needs to be a closing the circle moment. The masculine needs to come close the circle. The balance needs to be restored because the feminine has been giving to him more than he's been giving to her in the 3D. There has to be a restoration of balance in order to turn this upright. All right? For the Divine Feminine, the sealed 144. He needs to complete his world because you complete me. Here is the Hierophant. Okay? This is the commitment to yourself, which is the commitment to your twin. If you commit to yourself, you can't not commit to your twin. You see the two twins there? Why? Why? Well, go inside. That's where the feminine is. I love how they bring this stuff up. Okay? The reason why you're asking why is because you're not balanced with your feminine. Go within. That's what it's telling you. Connect to your source. Okay? So when you're stuck in your emotions and not finding peace, go within. You're not connecting with your feminine. Or if you're crying too much, you need to go within to connect with more. Or you need to go outside and take a walk to ground more and connect more with your masculine. Okay, so feminine is in, innies and outies. You guys know this. We learned this in kindergarten, right? Go in if you need more feminine. Go out if you need more masculine. There you go. That was confirmation. That was a good message for you guys. Okay, and then we have the High Priestess reversed. This could be that the secret's out. When you're not in your intuition, like when the secret comes out, it might knock the Divine Feminine off her balance. Okay? You need to center again. Go within, meditate, or take a walk. Go take a run. Whatever it is you need to get right again. Okay? And this can just for me, this means a secret's out. Because here she keeps it in, reversed, it's out, and other people now know about it. And also traditionally the High Priestess reverse can mean passion. Right? Because she's not being saintly. She's being passionate. So that may be a good sign here. We have the Page of Pentacles coming up here. Someone who wants to see all angles of the situation. An invitation, perhaps. An opportunity. Okay? To be a student again. To be a little kid and learn. and not being embarrassed to ask questions because you don't know for the masculine, because that's part of their ego issue here. Not wanting to be seen as the one who's stupid, right? Which is not true. It's always right to ask questions and be authentic to you. Okay, but this is the masculine and the feminine, both looking at all sides of the coin, getting ready to offer their gold coin. Their representation of their higher self, the gold coin, is what you're born with. The pink and the green. The baby girl, the baby boy, right? She holds the compassion, and he holds the earthly ways, Mother Gaia. Okay. So here's the invitation. That can definitely be the invitation coming through. And then we have the Justice card, all right, which is all about the masculine coming forward in truth, in his own truth and balance, to make a bold move here. We have, this can be the major arcanas that came up so far are Libra, Aries, Pisces, Taurus, and possibly Capricorn as well. Okay, so those are the signs that have come out. And you notice, of the cards I just pulled out, look at these guys. They're all standing upright. How powerful, all right? Do you want to be any more powerful than that? You have the three wise men coming forward, all upright, in their power. Here, it's like here, it's the monkeys. Here we come, walking down the street. The funniest love song, right? Is that what it's, or whatever, that you'd ever meet? All right, so hey, hey with the monkeys. Monkey see, monkey do, but also, right, see no evil, and I'm getting major connection right now. I don't know which order it is. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, and they're sitting by my front door, the three monkeys. My parents had 3 huge metal monkeys on a bench outside their home. It was very cool. But that's what I'm getting now. The Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Justice of the Peace it could be, okay? This represents all of the patriarchy, the monkeys coming in. Oh, I was seeing this in other people's reads too. It could be like, you know, it could be the patriarchy, you know, trying to take the feminine down, one last ditch effort, but that will fall, of course, okay? But it also can represent support of the divine masculines coming forward in their truth and their power. The Aries, the Taurus, and the Libra energies. So where are we with that? So Libra and Aries are, you know, connected to each other. And then we have the Taurus, which would connect with Scorpio. Well, let's see what else is coming out here, since we're on a roll. I was also getting the Beatles when they, on their album, I forget which album it is, where they walk across the street, because I have a picture of my kids doing the exact same thing at Penn State, which is pretty funny. All right, so then we have, all right, so that's the patriarchy tripping up, okay? But it's about letting go and breaking patterns. Allowing yourself to fall. Don't be afraid of asking the stupid questions. Allow yourself to fall. Allow yourself to break. Okay? Allow yourself to drop the facade, to drop or trip up. It's okay. Just go home and heal. All right? It's literally saying that. After you've been out performing and you're doing great, you're doing the dance, and you got your new positive patterns again, and one day the masculine or the feminine trips up, all you got to do is allow that. Sometimes people fall and they make mistakes. It's okay. Go home. Instead of blaming yourself and then getting all secretive about it, go home, say your mistake, and then heal together, okay? And that might mean going to separate rooms to cry it out, and that's all good. But this is about stability. It's about bond. It's about using your intuition, and it's about, why do I keep forgetting the word today? Intimacy, because we forget. I'm going to have to break that word down now. Intimacy. Well, I have to look at it because it's a visual thing for me as well. All right, so when there's an imbalance, all you do is correct it. Very simple. When you don't feel giving, don't give. Center yourself again and then you'll write yourself up, and then you're ready to give. But don't give. You shouldn't be giving to charities either that you don't believe in. Don't give to anything that's not coming from your heart space. You can say no. It's fine. Be authentic first. Love yourself first. Then we have the 10 of Wands. Drop all the burdens. Confess. Allow it all to go. You do not need to carry, nor are you expected to sacrifice and carry the weight of the world upon your shoulder. That is a lie. Okay? So let go. Free yourself. And if you have had a hard day of work because you want to do a lot of work out in the yard or whatever it is because you enjoy it, at the end of the day, drop it all. Don't take it home with you. All right? And then relax and have fun. There you go. Relax and have fun. I was saying that before I pulled the card. So here we again have those energies. But they were all minors, so no new people came up. So it was very focused on, what did I say? Well, the Aries, Taurus, and Libra came out, but also there was like Pisces and Capricorn, I feel. I'm going to pull a few more cards, see what else comes out. We have the 2 of Wands reversed, right? So this is no options. With the twin flame path, there is no options, right? When you're done choosing a path, it's because you're integrating, grounding and integrating and learning from it and then starting over again. So you're always at the Y in the road. This is perpetual. There is no option. There's only one path. There's only ever one path. You can't split yourself 2 ways unless, of course, you're a twin. Okay? And this is about holding your tongue. There is no option to let out your aggressions, but not on another. You go within and do it yourself. If you need to punch a pillow or cry or yell and scream, don't do it at another. Then you're just feeding more negative energy into the collective. All right? Transmute your energies. Best way to do it is to go within and meditate. That way you're not putting any negative energies out to the world. You're going within and becoming out happy again. Okay? And then you can talk calmly about it. You hold your tongue with others. Don't verbally abuse people, but speak your truth. And when you can't hold it, you need to then go apart to your separate corners to heal yourself again. Okay? There is no option. No abuse, no verbal abuse, not to yourself or to others. Or giving the silent treatment. Yes, you can go to your opposite corners, but don't keep brooding around the house when you're mad at somebody. You have to talk it out. Here you go, the Wheel of Fortune. See someone getting schooled at the top? Okay, no one person has power over the other. Only the one power, right? Source energy is the only one who can school you. It's not up to you to control another. You need to trust that the universe always corrects imbalances, okay? And it takes patience and trust, faith. That's the whole point of this journey. It has to take a couple years for you guys to understand the patience and faith it takes. Not in your other, but in yourself. And things to change, that we have to go with the seasons, that Mother Nature teaches us something. There's a reason for that. And that happens to do with our relationship with our twin, right? You can't try to control each other. You have to be kind. You're not always going to agree, but then it's time to heal yourself and then come back when you're ready to talk again. You do the same thing with your kids, okay? But you got the wheel there, so it's more of that Libra energy to me. And there's more Taurus here. There's the Queen. So she's still reversed, but this could be because, like my mother's in an Alzheimer's facility. That can be definitely that. This is giving up the war, so they could be finally in their head. In Alzheimer's, they're still there, but they can't remember anything. So they may be finally giving up the war within, which is good. Okay, so this could be for any female, but it's when you're in lack, right? It's time to give up that war. This could be an apology as well. Don't be afraid to apologize. That's what I'm getting here. Right? Even if you're right and they're wrong, don't be afraid to apologize, because that's just pride and fear and putting yourself into lack. It's not to help them, it's to help you. Because if you don't apologize to someone you love, you're just hurting yourself. Or at least make peace with them, right? Make peace. Make peace, not war. That's the feminine's role, right? She has the bridge. She's on the other end. what's coming out here? Actually, this comes out. I'm going to put them all up together so you can see what else is coming out. So first is the Leo, right? This is someone able to calm their own inner beast. And this is what it takes for true happiness. Okay, with the family, you know? Dealing with your children, it's not about them being a beast. If your inner beast is enraged inside because they're making too much noise, then they're just going to make more noise, as opposed to you transmuting those energies by calming your inner beast. That's the way to peace. Okay. And then we have here too is another example. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and coming clean together, right? So they're both ungrounded or both being too much about their work. Okay, and it's not about greed. They could both be losing money too, but now needing to come clean together about them both being in the same position. You see that? And then when they're upright, it's about taking a risk together, right? She's got it all together, and it could even be that she's got the stability and he's got the work know-how. You know, that's the kind of team effort there. But you can't come together until you come clean with each other. The half-truths and the sneakiness, it's about getting rid of that. None of that. We don't need that in between. Only taking calculated risks together, okay, to bring them upright. And especially when you then have to bring in the family around you, okay? First, you have to ground the two of you together, and then you can slowly bring in some family to support you. But not all at once. You need to have your time together first, all right, in order to bring in the love, the love. Where is the love, the love? Where is the love? Okay? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never notice how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Okay, the Queen of Wands reversed, and letting go to fix things. Coming to terms with her own depression. Okay, and maybe learning something from the Divine Feminine about her temper and her need to let go and to be authentic to herself as well. So there's definitely Aquarius energies coming up there for me. Okay, as the truth comes out and sets you free, you come together in harmony. Last card, the Fool. That's how this read ended. Perfect. Taking a leap of faith and freeing yourselves with an open heart. No matter how many times it takes, again and again and again. Love, love, love. Forgive, accept, allow, and come back again. The bottom of the deck was the 10 of Swords. The worst is over. That was the recent past card as well. The worst, oh, check it. These are the last cards. I mean, I could keep going down through the deck, but we have, all right, so you had the Hermit reversed, over-isolating, trying to message, like the feminine trying to message the masculine with love, and over-isolating, not coming out, but finally coming out, and recognizing the dark side within, and saying hello to it, and dealing with it, accepting it, okay? But then holding back a new beginning, trying to maybe manifest some coin, magnetizing the Divine Feminine to him. And here is then a message or a word that comes out that makes him understand the disconnect and no longer want to be disconnected and end the pain completely as the worst is over. Okay. Pretty amazing read, you guys. It's 129.16, that tower again. So it's coming. Water, sleep, fun, love. Rise and be love, you guys. You can do it. Bye.